Hello and welcome to another episode on the Garchomp Guy channel. This is the third episode in the Pokemon Set Idea series, Dragon's Might. So, let's get into it. But first, trade offer. Just like last episode, if I get 500 subscribers, y'all get the satisfaction of watching me waste my money on opening a Mega Evolution Elite Trainer box. Yeah, self-explanatory. 500 subscribers and I will waste my money on something that will give me no profit whatsoever. Because I don't have good luck on in Pokemon cards. So this is just me wasting my money. But it'd make a good video. So I will make that good video at 500 subscribers. So, subscribe if you like this content. Alright. Comment card. Peyton Overby says that you could do a Greninja card where he has 120 for health and uses one water energy and one colorless energy for an attack that will do 80 damage, but if the opponent has any bench Pokemon, then 20 damage to each Pokemon. Then have an attack that will 4 water energies for an attack that will do 60 damage, but flip 2 coins, and each heads will add 30 damage. Alright, let's go over Froakie first, and Frogadier before we go into Greninja. So Froakie, water, retreat cost of 1. All of them are water type with 1 retreat cost. Froakie has 60 HP, for 1 colorless bubble to heal 10, and water colorless to pound for 20. And then Frogadier, 80 HP. With the ability Bubble Stealth, where if this Pokemon has no energy attached to it, then it has no retreat cost. And then Water Colorless Quick Attack, put 3 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. And then that all leads up to the comment card Greninja, with 120 HP, and for Water Colorless, Ninja Slash. The 60 damage, where you flip 2 coins, and for each heads, this does 30 more damage. And then for 3 water energy, Water Shuriken does 80 damage, but it does 20 damage to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So the comment did say that for 1 water, 1 colorless, to do 80 and then 20 to each bench. However, I felt like that would be too broken. And so I just had it as 3 water. You can do that, so you don't crispin for it. But you also can probably get it up turn 3, which is probably when you get Greninja, really, at turn 3. So, unless you use Ray Candy. So, I feel like this is a balanced Greninja, which Pokemon TCG is currently not balanced. So if we have more balanced cards, then we're not going to run into any more Dragapult issues, where it's just all of a sudden one broken card that destroys the meta. The meta wraps around Dragapult right now. I don't want that to happen to any of my custom cards, so that's why I've made Greninja more balanced. I hope that it still stays true to the concept of your comment. I feel like it does. However, if you want your comment to be featured, and if you want me to make a card based off your comment, put your comments down in the video. Put your comments down in the comment section below. I will look over it, and I will pick out the best one, and I will use that. So, yeah. Alright. Orbeetle. Orbeetle here is the only card that I've designed for you today. Kind of a slow day today. A lot has happened. I'm kind of tired. So, let's start with Blipbug. 50 HP for Grass and Colorless, String Shot for 10. Your opponent's active Pokemon can't retreat during your opponent's next turn. If you like straightforward. Also, Blipbug has 50 HP, so something could take care of it, so they wouldn't get retreat locked. I feel like this is bound. And then Blipbug, especially since Blipbug, especially its evolutions, I feel like they will be on the bench the entire time. Alright, Dottler. Retreat cost of 2, 70 HP, 2 colorless, you can ram for 30. And then Flashing Lights. Once during your turn, you may use this ability. Both active Pokemon are now confused. Self-explanatory. Also, I feel like this is good. You shouldn't just have an ability that is like, hey, make your opponent's active Pokemon confused. I feel like both should have the consequences, or you do the flip a coin if heads, your opponent's Pokemon is now confused. But I feel like that's happened a lot, so I went with this interpretation. So that's my dollar, and then Orbeetle, 110 HP, 2 retreat cost, and then Psychic Buzz, for 50 damage. Psychic Colorless, you draw a card. Again, this is supposed to be on the bench, especially with its ability Abduct. While this Pokemon is on your bench, all of your Pokemon have no retreat cost, and your opponent's active Pokemon has a retreat cost of 1 more. Colorless, yeah. So basically, Latios EX, but better. However, it's 3 stage and smaller HP. Take with that as you will. So yeah, I feel like this is a good way to do it. So I know that this hasn't been that much action packed. You don't have any gimmicks like the rare fossil in last episode or any EXs. However, I can assure you that episode 4 is something. It will be something good. I will have an EX, and I will have an item, a supporter, a tool, and a stadium. So stay tuned for all that. The episode 4 is going to be big. That's why episode 3 is kind of small, because I have a lot planned for episode 4. So subscribe to see episode 4. Subscribe to see future episodes. Subscribe to help me out. Subscribe to watch me waste my money. Subscribing is perfectly free. And I can guarantee that my videos will only get better and better. So yeah, it supports me a lot, and yes. Comment down in your section below to get your own card, and y'all have a good day.